Hello guys, it's David here. Welcome to my daily update where I go over what I'm currently doing, where I'm at, and what are the steps to get to the next level. So let's get right into it. And how these usually go is that first I go over your questions if you have any, or help with make scenarios. So if you need any help with make scenario, let me know down in the comment and I'll be happy to help you. Then I go through my YouTube stats and really I'm trying to see how is my channel developing and what is the progress. And then lastly, I just go through some either strategy or live work or just talk about a topic that comes up to my mind, really. So let's start with the YouTube channel statistics and what I will do with the questions I meant. And let's check if there are any questions on this channel or on my main channel. Let's check that one as well. And kinda okay, I reacted to those. So there are no new questions. So instead what I will do is check my YouTube statistics. I will open this sheet. I will drag this down. And so first of all, what I want to do is check the statistics for today. So if I check statistics for today, and this is my daily channel, as you can see, I have 5 subscribers as of now. So that means we have the same amount of subscribers as we had yesterday, which is fine. Oops. And then the next thing that I will want to do is check my main channel, right? So let me open the main channel in here. And in the main channel, actually, I have 213 subscribers. So that's a small growth from yesterday, approximately half a percentage point, which is, decent. We grew approximately 10 subscribers in the last 15 days or so. So not a huge progress, but it's slow and steady progress nonetheless. And coming to the next part, what I would like to do today is kind of strategy, live work, freestyle yapping session. And I just want to go over one topic that I already mentioned in here like a week ago or something. And I would like to go more into detail. And that is basically highest ROI activities plus limiting work time. So basically what I noticed lately is that I work a lot and I always used to work a lot, at least when it comes to the number of hours actually spent behind my desk and trying to do some meaningful work. But a lot of the times I feel like isn't spent as effectively as it could be. And now there are two kind of concepts that play into why I want to do some changes. And the first concept is theory of constraints. So I read this book over the last week or so that's called The Goal. And it's a book that I mentioned, I think, in one of the videos. It's a book by this Israeli, I believe, author. And it's quite old book. It's a book from the 80s or from the 70s. But basically what this book talks about is how to optimize, and in this specific case, it's a manufacturing plant, but really any business. And what the book gets to is that a lot of the times, the things that we track are not the biggest constraints of the business. So a lot of the times we need to stop, we need to evaluate, see what are actually the constraints of the business, and just spend all the time solving that constraint. And basically everything else is not relevant. Basically, everything else is not important and shouldn't use up much of our time. So that is the first thing. And then the second thing is just the idea of the work kind of filling up the time that you have, right? And that's another idea that I believe is very true, that I can observe myself being affected by. And basically, how this works is that we have some time allocated for tasks. And a lot of the times, and this is same for me, maybe it's same for a lot of you guys, a lot of the time in the day is kind of spent thinking about doing the work. So I need to do this, I need to do that, etc., but not by doing the work itself. So I feel like it's very important to do all of the work in as little time as possible, kind of just dedicate some amount of hours during the day and just use them not to think about doing the work, but doing the work and then spending some time after that with other things. And what I feel like is that this, can't really work without having something else to do in the evening, in the afternoon after doing the work. So I'm also trying to think about what are some of the activities that I can kind of add into my life to kind of be done with the work and have something else to do. So I will go over the thinking today in this video, in this document kind of. And so what I want to focus on, right? If I write down kind of my limitations, or what are the things that I need to do. So first is education agency, which is my kind of current liability. Then it's Leadbind, which is my automation agency. And to be honest, I'm still thinking about how to kind of separate my time between these two. Right now, I think more time is going to Leadbind, but it's not perfect, right? Basically, I don't think it's ideal from the long-term perspective. Excuse me. I don't think it's ideal from a long-term perspective, having kind of two businesses at the same time, especially since I, have some freelancers working for me, but I don't really employ any people. So it's very suboptimal, but the current idea is that I need to somehow feed myself, and the education agency is something that brings me enough money to kind of sustain my lifestyle, while the automation agency is something that I'm more passionate about, I feel like, and I think has more scaling potential. So those are the two things that I need to kind of do. And then the third one is school, aka or university, which is from now it's uh, May 10th. So I think for next 30 days, important. And then it's summer break where I kind of have more time to do whatever I want to do. So now let's see what I need to do in each one of the tasks, let's say, or areas of my life. Let me make headings out of those actually. And now for the education agency, for Leadbind, not for Leadbind, for the educational agency, I have communication with clients, finishing up last student applications. Then I also have preparing a pre-departure meeting. I guess that's it, to be honest. I don't think this should take particularly a lot of time. And I don't think, to be completely honest why it should. So I think at this point, it shouldn't take more than 90 minutes a day, to be honest. And from the 90 minutes, now kind of preparing the pre-departure meeting is the priority, but then it's just communication with clients, last applications, etc. So let's say this is 90 minutes. Now, I suppose I will get to the lead by an automation agency. In the end, for now, what I want to go over is university, because in the next 30 days, if I want to kind of pass and get into the next year, it's necessary to do well during the exam period, right? So for university, and this one is tricky because it's not easy to quantify how much time exactly do I need to learn for a certain subject. I think for this, I will need, let me do calculations. I don't need to. Like, I have 30 days, and let's say if I dedicate 2.5 hours, that's 75 hours to study and to learn the content that I need to learn, which I think is the learning the content for classes, which I feel like is the minimum amount that it will take. It may take even more time. So I will say 2.5 hours a day. This approximate may be more around the exams, right? So let's say this is, and let's just call it 1.5 hours. So it's just easier to kind of count it all up. And then the last task is Leadbind, which there are multiple things, right? There is client work, which at this point can be doable in around 1 hour a day. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but 1 hour a day, but consistently. This is something I struggle with sometimes with client work, to be completely honest. Just to have that consistency, especially with, some of the clients, they also want kind of consultations and me coming up with things that could be automated, which is, great. And that's where I can provide a lot of the value, but it's something that requires me to really set time aside and do some deep thinking, etc. So 1 hour a day client work. We're already getting to 5 hours. Now, another thing that I need to do is content. And I'm thinking what are the kind of two things. Content for daily updates channel, which I want to kind of cap at 30 minutes for now. And then content for main channel. 30 minutes, but let's say it will take me another like 15 minutes to upload and record it. So let's say upload and record it. It will take me another 15 minutes to just quickly kind of cut the video and upload it to YouTube. So let's say 0.75 hours, and then main channel. And I think that's the more difficult part. And I think once I'm done with the content generation system, this can be anywhere between 1 to 1.5 hours. And then I guess the last thing that needs to be done, which, I always should be doing, and right now in the past kind of month, I haven't really been doing that, but it's outreach, right? I'm not sure if it's instantly or if it's something else. Yeah, for some reason I can't open it with biometric. So outreach and really kind of building the agency, and that should be at least 1.5 hours a day. Okay. And now this should be Loom outreach, 1 hour, and Upwork applications, 1.5 hours. Now, if I add all of it together, I do sheet new and just write work requirements. So this is all the work that I need to do. I will do name, category, time, and then somewhere here, I guess, doesn't matter. And here I will have total, which will be sum of all the time, I guess, however long it will be, right? So the first thing is that I will kind of transfer these activities. So first will be education agency, Leadbind University. Just make this bold. And so for the education agency, that will be 1.5 hours. Let's call it hours. And this is just client communication and work at this point, because it's off season, so there isn't much sales going on. So really it's just kind of clients comms. Now the next one, Leadbind. So client work, 1 hour. Then another one, it will also be a Leadbind, and will be daily updates channel. This will be 0.75 hours. Another one, which is again content, and in this case for the main channel, and this will be, I think 1.5 hours, unfortunately, is the kind of smallest estimate that I can count with. And this is just not adding up properly, so let me add that. Then there will be another Leadbind, which is 1 Loom outreach, which is 1 hour, I suppose. And then the last one is Upwork applications, which for now is 0.5 hours. And then the last one is learning for university. Which will be 2.5 hours, at least in the coming months. And actually it's way more kinda things that are necessary than I thought it will be. So especially in the next month, I'll need to be very effective with my time. But basically what I want to do now is kind of name it somehow differently. So all liabilities, I guess. And then I want to do daily updates. Let me duplicate this and call it something like daily tracker. Making mistakes. Daily tracker with ADF. And now what I will want to do, I'm just thinking how to build this up the best, right? So what I would want to have in this tracker is, So what I will probably do is that I will put the activities here. So I will do client comms and work. Time. So basically what I'm going to do starting from tomorrow, which will be 2025 05/11, is that for every single one of these, I will kind of create its column, right? It will be like time plus some description. Now lead bind, client work, time. Let me just be kind of concise with my naming. Communication, client work, daily updates, content, time again, main content, time again, Loom outreach, time, Upwork apps, time, university, time. And now basically what I will be trying to do is for every day kind of track. And I can start with today, even though now it's like 5 p.m. So it, won't really be that reflective of my day. But what I will try to do is for every day just quick description of what I did for that particular task that I need to do and just add the time. Work tracker. Okay. And that's it. Those are the most important things that I need to focus on. So those are the things that I believe should be tracked. And yeah, I think I will track it maybe as part of my kind of daily updates video as well. But yeah, this is everything from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to help you with your make scenarios or anything else that you need.